Hi, everyone, and happy December. It is a Friday, which is always very exciting if you have a 9 to 5 job. And it is December. So it's the start of a new month. It is my favorite month. Is it my favorite month? I mean, I do love October as well. And I love November and December and January and February and March. Basically, all of the cold months out of the year are my favorite months out of like ever. So anyways, I am a little late. I was running late for another meeting, but I'm here. So let's go ahead and jump into December. So first of all, it is nice and cool and refreshing here. I don't know what it is there, but it's a high of 67 here. It is like my dream weather. And yes, I'm still wearing shorts, even though it is 67. I see other people wearing pants, but yeah, I feel like it's still shorts weather. It pretty much is all year round. Anyway, so same schedule as we always have. We're going to do our housekeeping, talk about November, revisit our doable dozen list and our wish list. And yes, I am so sorry. I'm behind on the workbooks. We'll talk about that at the end too. Housekeeping is on my list. I'm going to finish everything up so we can finish the year clean. But I will get that out. It's been a crazy week. And then we'll talk about your December ones. And there's still time to do stuff. I'm not a big believer in like finish strong. So we'll talk about that as well. I think instead we could just all get like a jump start on the next season. So Adobe InDesign, we did it yesterday. That was the first the Adobe 101 course, the InDesign 101. So this would, I don't even want to call it 211. It's just advanced stuff that I think, again, I was looking through it to like see which lessons to include. I'm just picking and choosing things that are specific to making planners prettier. Like I said, there's a ton of different things that InDesign can do that I think are useless. Like pagination for a book to put on Amazon, right? I don't think a lot of you are doing that or even care or interested in that. And also most people don't want to pay for that. There's so many different software products out there like Vellum, and other things that will just package their manuscript for them, Scrivener. So anyways, InDesign can do it. I just don't think there's a lot of value from it. So we're just going to focus on things like word art and other things that will make your planners just prettier and better. So I will get that done. That's going to be next Tuesday from 10 to, what did I say? 10 a.m. So we're doing that next Tuesday at 10 a.m. The InDesign 101, if you want it all condensed, because usually I chat. I mean, like, it's kind of crazy. I usually chat for an entire hour for one lesson, and I was able to fit 5 lessons into 1 hour yesterday. So clearly, without all of the like excess Lisa talking about who knows what, we could actually get a lot done if I didn't do so much talking. I guess. But as you know, I'm a chatter. I like to talk. Who's here? Hey, Tasha, Shelly, Darkroom Media 007. That is a good handle. So hi, everyone. Okay. Let's get going. So I really love, if you haven't used the A-Tracker app, it is so good. Every time I post it on social media, onto Instagram stories, everyone's like, what is that? What are you using? And it also helps like keep me on track, and it keeps me motivated to like do more things. So yeah. Okay, so A-Tracker, what happened this month? I actually worked less this month, which is weird because I had like such a great power week, like the last week and a half of like doing stuff. But my daily average work time did decrease by 17 minutes. And I do, just so you know, it's not Monday through Friday. I just consider the whole week, Saturday and Sunday, part of the work week. I don't think, it's very rare that I like ever take a day off. I don't know. I'm happy that way. It's not even like I'm depressed about it. But so my HR job took up most of the time. Then the writing retreat. So we'll talk about that. I know I've been talking about it forever, but we finally launched it. And then Planner Pixies, YouTube, and then just a bunch of little tasks here and there. So yeah, it really helped a lot too. So for my day job, we had Thanksgiving, which is like a nice quiet downtime in the corporate world. So it gave me time to catch up on a lot of things. This is from last month. He's actually, so update, he throws up now maybe once a week. And so the hairball food is finally working. I'm very excited about that. It has helped me get more sleep. It has helped the cat get more sleep. And also I'm sure it like helps his little kitty tummy. So yeah, so I'm very excited about that. He is still licking obsessively. It is not infected, but it is, he's kind of like bald underneath. So still working on that. It might just be like a lifelong issue, but I started steroids for him last week. So I don't know if anyone, those like little cat pill pocket hiders or whatever, those don't work on him. He like is such a discerning kitty cat. I mean, they're so huge, first of all, and he's like tiny. I feel like those really would only work on dogs or like a really big cat. I don't know. So I bought ground beef, which he loves, and I give it to him raw, and then I can hide. I had to cut the pills into like 1/4, and then I can hide 1/4 of a pill into each and then give those to him. So I don't know if anybody else has any good cat tricks, but he can totally like, he knows that it's medicine and he will spit it out. Anyways, so YouTube. So for November, I was able to post 6 videos, some of them on the other channel, the book haul, the pumpkin spice latte book haul. Now, I've been wanting to do that for a long time, so I'm excited. Like, I'm trying to revive that channel. And I also just did a writing life update over there, and some other random things. And GoodNotes 6, just so you know, GoodNotes 6, even though it says it works for Samsung, or not Samsung, for tablets, right? Because before it historically has only been for iPads, for Apple devices. So with this new release, they were like, you could pay X number of dollars, and then you could also use it on your Windows tablet devices, as well as your, Android devices. So I do not know how it works on the Windows, but for sure on the Android device, it does not work for clickable tabs. I don't know what's going on. It's like it like saw the reference for the link and somehow it just doesn't work. So I'm not sure. Who knows if that will ever get figured out, but yeah. In case you're wondering, in case you like have a digital planner and people are like, your links aren't working, if they're using, you need to ask them if they're using GoodNotes on a tablet, because that's probably the issue. So Molly and I started doing live streams every other week over on that Lisa Latte Cozy Mystery channel. And so every week we just kind of switch off back and forth. I'll talk about something related to contemporary cozy mysteries, because that's what I write. And then she'll talk about something related to paranormal, magical cozy mysteries, because that's what she writes. So it's kind of like a nice way for us to get back into writing. Both of us have totally slacked off this year. I mean, Molly had cancer, so like, I feel like that's legit a totally like excuse. Like, of course she didn't have time to write a book. And she has a toddler. So sure, I think the baby is like 1.5. So she's like very busy. And plus she has like 4 other children. So I, on the other hand, clearly just have issues. And I don't know, I can't get it together to write. I always used to say like, it's because I'm busy working out and I'm busy trying to eat healthy. But she like woke up one day and decided to lose 40 pounds, and she did it in like 3 months. So, and I have not lost 40 pounds. So I don't know. Clearly other people are just much better at executing on their goals than I am. It is still like the struggle bus over here. But anyway, so we opened up last week. We did a live stream about the writer's retreat, and we did not have a sales page, and that is 100% on me. It's my fault, because as you know, I was like, should I use Squarespace? Should I use Webflow? Should I use Framers? Should I use, like, I'm just wasting so much time like worrying about this stupid thing. Anyways, I didn't make a website, but we made slides together, and we launched with just a live stream with sharing our slides, and we only have 10 slots available. So it's a really small retreat, and 4 of the slots already filled up. So we're very excited about that. So there are just 6 slots left. This is going to be in April of next year. So plenty of time to fill up the rest of the seats. Hopefully people will sign up. Right now it is 50% off for early bird. And then we're probably going to close that up pretty soon. I don't know. We haven't really talked about that. And then, yeah, for sure, as soon as it gets to probably half filled, we're going to change the pricing. So yeah, so it's fun just to talk about things back and forth, and just helps me get back into, again, writing. So hopefully as we move into 2024, things will get written. So if you remember from last month, my entire social calendar for October was just sitting at home hanging out with the cat because I had like a massive panic attack in like the beginning of October or September or whatever. And like I don't know, I just couldn't like leave the house. It was really tough. And so anyways, I pretty much just kind of relaxed and meditated and stayed at home and didn't really do a lot. And then fast forward to this month, luckily, I'm so excited. Kylie came into town. She is a friend actually who lives in DC. I'm trying really hard to get her to move here to San Diego, but she came back again. And last time she stayed with me, and this time she got an Airbnb because she was staying the whole month. So she and I just went out and did a lot of things. So that was really helpful for me, mostly because I still was struggling with mostly the beginning of the month. I'm much better now, but it's hard for me to get out. But at least if there's someone there, like I said, I always have the opposite of social anxiety. Like as long as somebody's with me, I feel okay. But when I'm alone, like I'm like terrified. So we went out a lot for co-working. We even went out the third Tuesday of every month. Here in San Diego, you can do the museums for free if you're a local resident. So we went to a couple of museums. We walked the Japanese Friendship Garden. Again, I don't know why. I was like really scared when we were in the garden because I was like, oh no, I'm going to be stuck in the garden. I could die in the garden. I don't know. I'm not sure where the anxiety comes from, but we made it through. And so I think just every time I do stuff like that helps. Like it's just... And if you've never had anxiety or like the kind I have, then it's all just about what they call exposure therapy. So the more you do it, the less, I guess, scary it becomes, which seems counterintuitive because clearly I was able to do these things before. I just don't know what the issue is. But anyways, also Passion Planner had their 10-year anniversary here in San Diego this month. Now I had paid for the VIP, which included a dinner the night before. And it was right up the street, and I thought I could go, but I just had so much anxiety. It was like November 3rd. It was still the beginning of the month, so I didn't go. But I did go to the actual event that day, and I went by myself. So it was cute. It was like an outdoor space. It's called the Courtyard in East Village, and it was just basically, if you've never been to the court, it's literally just a square area with a fence around it. It's not a building. It's not indoors or anything. And they have a bar because, you know, at 10 a.m., that's what you want is a beer. But they had a bar there for alcohol. I thought that was odd. But anyways, there was a bar for alcohol, and then that was kind of it. So there wasn't food there. I'm not sure what it was. I think I only stayed for a little bit, but it was crowded. There were a ton of people there, and they just went through. If you've ever looked, Passion Planner will put on sometimes like events that are like those touchy-feely events, like how to have more confidence, how to feel more empowered, how to, be more relaxed, or I don't know, things like that. And so that was basically, I think, the whole agenda for that day. Lots of eating. So I did lots of going out for eating, which is perfect, which is why Kylie's the best. She also loves going out for food. So we did afternoon tea one day. We went out for crepes. We actually did Friendsgiving this year, which is the first time ever. I shouldn't say the first time, like the second time since I've been here, we did Friendsgiving. One time we went to an Indian buffet. And that was like 4 or 5 years ago. So this is the first time we've done it in a while. And that's only because Kylie was house sitting for Alana, who has like a nice outdoor space. All of us have like really tiny spaces. So not really anything where you can host people. So anyway, so we had a very healthy Thanksgiving. None of us really, I shouldn't say none of us, Kirsten and Brian sadly do love traditional Thanksgiving food. The rest of us do not. So we grilled some chicken breasts. We had some roasted vegetables, a salad. So it was like almost like a diet meal, but that's okay. It was a light meal. And then you can see there's a cake in front of Kirsten. It was her birthday. She loves lemon cake. So I actually didn't have any. I'm like a chocolate person. I'm not really a fruity cake person, but that's okay. It wasn't my birthday. It was hers. So that's what we did. What else did we do? Oh, Lauren also came into town to visit. She used to live in San Diego. She moved to San Francisco because she's married and her husband got a job out there. So we went out to co-work one day, And then Vani here is actually her sister-in-law. So Vani and Kylie and I went out for Italian one day, and we also went to Stella and Jean's for ice cream, which is actually really good ice cream. It's just so hard to get to it. It's like it's out there, and then they have another location in University Heights, I think, or North Park, and it's just there's not a lot of parking. It's in an odd, I don't know, but it is really good ice cream. And then we also went out for brunch one morning. So lots of going out. It definitely helped with my anxiety. I do feel better about going out now. So if anything, I think the decrease in working this month is mostly because I was out and about. And that's not, it's not even like I was trying to be super social. There were a lot of social activities, and I definitely have to do them so that my anxiety gets a little better. So that was November. So December, we were at the, I know, it's like when we started the year, it's like we'll never get to the bottom. And like I said last time, if you were here, it's like a roller coaster. Like all of a sudden, like I'm waiting forever for like the nice cool weather to get here. And now I'm like, oh no, it's going to be gone so soon. So anyways, doable dozen. We always say just pick one goal for every month and try to do it. And so now we're at that point at the end of the year where if you had picked one goal, you would now be someone who has accomplished 11 of your goals and be working on your 12th. I don't know if that's true for everybody, but I think December is also a good time to show that, yeah, if you had just done one thing, because sometimes at the end of the year, you don't have anything to show for it, right? You're just kind of like running around. You get excited about a new project, your other project's kind of dying, and then you have a bunch of projects that you abandon. I know that's always true for me too. So just something to think about. In fact, maybe I just pick one goal for 2024. But so my learning wish list, I know, I have like whined so much, and now I'm back to, I'm just going to learn Squarespace. I'm just sticking with Squarespace. I'm going to stop whining about it. I'm going to stop wasting time trying to look at other platforms and other different technology solutions. This is the one that I'm doing. So that's it. Revisit the wish list. Same thing, still working on these. And then also for achieving all these things I wanted to do, I really didn't do any of those. So I'm going to have to really reassess, like I'm clearly just trying to do too many things. So I'm going to try to do this in a different way, maybe for next year. As you know, I used to pick a word of the year every single year. But this last year was kind of crazy, so I just picked a new word of the month every single month. And so we had willpower, we had grace, we had solo YOLOs, we have just start, we had get help. And, you know, talking about getting words on paper, I am still struggling. Get help, we had hibernation because I was so hot in August and September with the weather, and then just meditation because I was having so many anxiety issues for October, and then just do it for November, which did help. I actually finally, it took me a while. I wouldn't say like November 1 all of a sudden I was like doing stuff. It like this last, like I said, week and a half, all of a sudden I've been super productive. And then December, I'm making my word for December savoring, because I really want to appreciate the cold weather. And I always say it goes away in such a flash. And maybe that's because I'm just not taking the time to like enjoy it, reflect on it. There was this group in New York when I first thought about opening a business, and this is back in 2014. I still lived in New York City, and there was a pop-up group called Savor the Success. And they even have she has a planner, or she used to have a planner. I don't know if she still does, but that's how I met my friend Annette. And at that event, her planner was all about savoring the success. And this was way before I knew that I wanted to make a planner. And it's all about like just trying to enjoy the things that you achieve or the things that you have. It was just a different way of looking at gratitude that I really liked. So anyways, that is why I picked that as my December word of the month. So it is not that cold out where I have snow, but when it's 67, it's almost as magical as having snow. All right, book club. So the last book of the year is The Practice by Seth Godin, and it's about just getting your creative work out there before it's perfect, versus like waiting until all things are perfect. And I heard this too with there was a really good dating book I read the other day by Logan Ury. Logan is a girl. And she was like, everyone's waiting until like they're the perfect weight, or they have the perfect hair, the perfect career, their finances are like totally in order, and they paid off all their debt. And it's true, like everyone, you're like, it works for art too. You're like, I'm waiting until this is so great and I learn more about typography and more about colors and more about, you know, so many different things before I put something out in the world, because I really need to feel like it's the best it could possibly be. And because of that, there's a lot of people who just don't put things out there. Like me, I haven't put a book out there because I'm so worried about making it perfect. So I think this is a perfect book for us for December. And it will be the last book because we are getting rid of book club. I had polled everybody last year, or maybe it was the year before, and I asked if you wanted to do book club, and you said no. But I was like, I really like book club. Let's just keep it, even though nobody wanted it. So we are finally getting rid of book club, and next year just focusing on, you know, putting out a new template. Because I think what's happening now is I just have so many things to put out each month, and with the part-time job, I just don't have enough time to put things out. So I think it's more important that we put out, like I put out, a new template or a challenge each month instead of a book club summary. So that's definitely going away, especially because there's so many book club or book summaries out there already. And honestly, if you wanted to read a book, you could just read a book. And most of the time, I bet most of you are not even reading the book summaries because you're too busy to even read a summary of a book you didn't have time to read. So there's that too. All right, so what's happening in December? So I'm bringing back Monday motivation. So for a while there, I think it was in the summer, every Monday I would do like a plan with me, or maybe it was the beginning of the year. I don't remember. So we would just have, it's just a one-pager worksheet. I'll post those worksheets every Monday. Just like, what did you do last? It's a Scrum format. So what did you accomplish last week? What are you going to focus on this week? And where do you think you need help? And so this is all about trying to break down whatever it is you want to do into smaller, sizable, accomplishable, you know, bits and chunks instead of trying to think of the whole month. So just something to reframe the week. We're going to do this every single Monday in December. So there are 4 Mondays in December. The last week of the month is Christmas. So I moved that to Tuesday. So 12/26. It says Monday motivation, but it's really a Tuesday tip off or whatever you want to call it. And so, yeah. And then also, if you want on Voxer, anything you want, don't worry about waiting till the 15th. Voxer me anytime this month. And then I will open up one day too. If anyone wants to do a one-on-one video call and do a chat and talk about something, or you need help with something, that will not be next week. It'll probably be the week after. So next week for the day job, we have open enrollment, which is a huge, like, it only happens once a year, and it's like HR runs the whole thing. So it's a lot of work for me. So I will probably be very incognito next week. The week after that will be much better. So I will open up some slots for that, or I might open them on the weekend. So we'll see. So that is the plan for Coachmas. And then for December, I said open enrollment's the only thing I have for my day job that I have to focus on. I am going to try to take the day off on Christmas Eve and just wake up. I've never done this, just wake up and do nothing. So we'll see how that goes. Or maybe I'll do it on Christmas Day, just to relax, have a movie day, and do nothing. And I'm not doing anything with my friends. I think everyone's doing family stuff. So that is the plan. And so what I'm focusing on too, so we're going to have the Monday Eve emails. And then I am going to put out 2 new planners this month. That is like what I have on my list of goals that I want to do. The pet planner, it's done. It just isn't pretty. So I have to add more things to it. And again, if it's not done, I'm still just going to put it out this month no matter what. because in the interest of just like putting things out there, because I've been holding on to this like finished pet planner for like 6 months now, waiting to make it perfect. And then something else. So I'm going to look back through, everyone voted for like a tarot planner, a moon planner. I don't know. There were a bunch of things that were voted on. So I'm just going to pick one of those. And then housekeeping. I'm going to finish. I noticed that someone was in Circle, and I think it's because I don't think I updated inside of Thrivecart that we should all be on Heartbeat. And Circle 100% did go away last week. So I'm going to update that. I owe you all workbooks, including December's workbooks. I'm going to update that. The book club summaries, I'm going to finish those up. So a bunch of housekeeping stuff. I'm really going to, I don't want to say finish strong, but I'm going to finish how I should have finished for each of the months leading up to this, to close out December. And then we can start fresh for January 2024. So that's my plan. Hopefully you have a great plan too. Don't worry with all of these Coachmas dates for the Monday motivation. If you're not sure what you want to do for December, don't worry about it. Just plan it out for the week. That's why I always say the pressure to finish strong is crazy to me. Like, why ruin the best month of the year? And two, why stress and like make yourself miserable? Instead, I think we should just try to start building up habits that we want to incorporate for 2024 and just get a jump start on those a little bit earlier. So that's the plan. We will obviously have a January 1st plan with me. That will be on, I don't even know what day of the week that is. Let's see. That is on a Monday. How perfect is that? A Monday start to 2024. So that is when we will be doing our big planning session. It's a huge long planning session. I usually break it up into 2 parts. And that is still going to be the plan for 2024. All right. I hope everyone is having a great Friday, a great start to their weekend. And I think that's it. Let's see. Does anyone have any questions? All right. Oh, Karen. Book club is great, but it's more reading tasks on the to-do list. Yes, more tasks on the to-do list. That's very true. All right, everyone. I will see you later. Bye.